Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. First of all, I give pranams to our Gurudev. Om Vishnupad, Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, Shiksha Guru Bhakti Madhusudam Maharaj, all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis. Thank you for coming. Today is Baladeva Purnima, the appearance of Baladeva Prabhu. Today's English class. Yes. So, who is Baladeva Prabhu? He is Krishna's second body. Krishna's second body. Krishna's expansion. Rajabalabi, is Magda listening? Did she go crazy again?
I don't know what's happened her. Actually, she disappeared and she needed time for my mental speculation.
For going crazy. Okay, so Baladev is first expansion of Krishna. You can think one soul, two bodies. One person, two forms. Only difference is complexion. No other difference. Little difference in mood also. So, Krishna is called Sachidananda. Ishwa Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He is the cause of all causes, the beginning of all beginnings. And he has three forms. Sachidananda. Eternality, knowledge, and bliss. So the department of existence, Sata, Sandini, this potency he has given in the hand of Baladeva Prabhu. To Radhika, Krishna has given the potency of Ananda, bliss. And Krishna keeps for himself the Sambit Shakti, the potency of knowledge. That by which one knows Krishna and by which one knows oneself. That potency by which one may know Krishna and by which Krishna knows himself, that is called the Sambit Shakti. So Baladev in charge of the existence potency. So whatever exists, material or spiritual, this exists on Baladev's potency. The unlimited Vaikuntha planets, these are manifested by the Sandini Shakti. So in Goloka Vrindavan, everything, the trees, rivers, mountains, cows, birds, trees, gopis, gopas, even Krishna, Krishna's body, everything. This all manifested by Baladeva Prabhu. So where we come from, we exist because of Baladeva Prabhu's grace. Without him, we have no existence. So we give pranam, especially we want a place in Golok Vrindavan, we must give pranam to him first. Because he gives the spiritual language problem, he gives the spiritual body. The spiritual body with which we want to do service, Lalita, this comes from Baladev. Yes, I can see you talking and not listening. So if we want seva to Krishna, Baladev's mercy is first. He serves Krishna in so many ways by manifesting the unlimited eternal associates like Nanda, Yasoda, the bodies of the Braja Gopis. Is all manifested by Baladev Prabhu. So he also becomes Krishna's shoes, Krishna's cloth, Krishna's flute, Krishna's peacock feather, Krishna's bed, Krishna's house, Krishna's old friends. This is also manifested by Baladeva Guru. So he is the original Guru. Baladev, sometimes we see him with a weapon, that is the plow weapon. Very wonderful weapon. Most people have swords, arrows, but Baladev carries a huge plow around. And with that, he finishes people. So with this plow, this indicates Baladev, a big farmer, in the sense he cultivating unlimited souls for Krishna's service. He manifests all the eternal associates of Goloka. He manifests all the associates of Ayodhya, of Dwarka, of all the Vaikunthas. In the form of Sankarshan, he manifests unlimited souls for the service of Lakshmipati Nath Narayan. So he manifesting all of that. Then that Sankarshan expand into the material world in the form of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu presides over the Maya Shakti and situates himself within the Jiva Shakti. Thus, Baladeva in the form of Mahavishnu manifests unlimited universes, material universes. And also presiding over the Jiva Shakti, he manifests countless individual souls, Tatastha Jivas. Those Tatastha Jivas are so unlimited. That is the Brahma Jyoti. What is the Brahma Jyoti? Countless individual souls. That is the Brahma Jyoti. Just like the sun, from the sun globe, which is Krishna, the rays of the sun. And inside the rays of the sun are many, many atomic particles. That is like the Jivas. So that Mahavishnu is Baladeva. Then he take another form as the presiding deity of the super soul of each universe. Then again, he manifests as the super soul in the heart of everyone. You can understand how important Baladeva Prabhu is. So he is the first Guru. First Guru. So he is the original Vaishnava. He is the Guru of all Vaishnavas, the Guru of all souls. Therefore, Baladeva is called Akhanda Guru Tattva, the sum total of Guru Tattva. That means my Guru, your Guru, whoever. The origin of all Gurus is Baladeva Prabhu. So we talk today of so many nice pastimes of Baladeva Prabhu. If you get a chance online, if you can see the Julan festival today, you go completely mad. How beautiful did he make Thakurji? Of course, Thakurji always beautiful, but still beautiful. No? You become like mad person. So sweet. So also because we have deity of Baladeva in our temple, Krishna Balaram. So we also did Abhishek of Balaram. And today, all young girls, well, old ones also these days, they give Rakhi to their older brother. And brother takes vow to protect. So Didi first gave Rakhi to Gurudev so many years ago. And when Gurudev would come on this day, Didi would always do the first Guru Puja, always. And she started this tradition of putting Rakhi on the hand of Gurudev. So all girls, they think like this, Baladev will protect us, Gurudev will protect us. So anyway, today was a very good day. Even though fasting day, but still very good, very nice. So, Bhagavatam describes the appearance of Baladev Prabhu in a hidden way. Bhagavatam, we know that Kamsa, at the time of the marriage of his sister, cousin sister Devaki, then voice came, "Fool, idiot, Kamsa, you don't know the eighth son of your sister will kill you. He will be the cause of your death." So Kamsa merely grabbed Devaki by the hair and with sword he went to kill her. He thought, no Devaki, no eighth son, and I will live forever. But Vasudeva was very intelligent. No, he said, Devaki will not kill you, eighth son will kill you. So don't worry. Maybe, and I will give you all children. So in this way, comes kill the first 6 sons of Devaki. Then Bhagavatam says the 7th son. Okay, Haridev, can you understand? Am I speaking too fast? So 7th son was miscarriage. But seriously, the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead had a miscarriage? No. So what is the hidden meaning? Krishna had ordered Yogamaya to transfer Sankarshan from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. So Yogamaya attracted Sankarshan in the womb of Devaki, and he stayed there for 6 months. He attracted him, and that Sankarshan merged with the original form of Baladev, who was in the womb of Rohini, and he stayed there for 8 months. So Manjari, what's 8 plus 6? 14. So 14 months, Baladev stayed in the womb of his mother. And because Vasudeva had 18 wives, so when Kamsa began to kill everyone, he sent Rohini to Gokul to take shelter of his friend Nanda Baba. So Baladeva was born today, 8 days before Krishna. Many Brijvasis, they think Baladeva is 1 year older than Krishna. But we cannot accept this because Bhagavatam describes Krishna and Balaram both were given names on the same day. So how could Balaram be existing for 1 year without a name? What's his name? We don't know. No name. Not possible. So this is one praman from the Bhagavatam. Krishna and Balaram are the same age. Also, they're crawling on their hands and knees together at the same age. What that means, Balaram was retarded and for 1 year could not walk. We don't think like that. So these Guru Maharaj would say this is all proof in Bhagavatam. Krishna and Balaram, same age, only 8 days difference. And Radhika 15 days after Krishna. So Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Balaram's first, then Krishna, Chit, then after Ananda, Surupini, Radhika. So Sat, Chit, Ananda. So Baladev born like full moon. So when Gargacharya gave the name, this child unites the families of Devaki and the families of Vasudev and Nanda. So his name will be Sankarshan. He's possessed of unlimited strength. His name will be Balaram. And also he's very handsome and attractive, so his name will be Ram also. So we have these main names, Baladev, Balaram, so many names he has, Sankarshan. So he is the witness of Krishna's all Leelas in Braj. Therefore, Bhagavatam described Baladev because he is 8 days older than Krishna. He has some Vatsalya mood, some parental feelings. He can tell Krishna, Krishna, shut up. You don't know too much. I am older brother. You take advice from me. So he have Vatsalya, but he is also Sakiras also. So Bhagavatam described that Krishna, like brothers fighting, wrestling, Krishna and Balaram would fight together like bulls or goats. With head, they would fight. They would wrestle. Sometimes they would play with fire. Sometimes they would grab the horns of bulls. Sometimes they would catch the tongue of dogs. So in this way, Rohini and Yasoda always in anxiety. These two boys doing anything. So Bhakti Rakshak Shuddha Maharaj said, peace is the enemy of devotion. Rohini and Yasoda not in peace. Why? Always in anxiety. Krishna and Balaram will do something foolish. They will play with fire. They will cut themselves. It's always an anxiety. You know? But of course, this gives so many blissful feelings. So Krishna has so much faith in Baladev that Baladev also in the position of enjoyer. Sometimes Madhusudana Maharaj says Baladev eating off both plates. The mood of servant, but also the mood of enjoyer, Bhagavan. You have that freedom. Therefore, we see Baladev has his own mother and father. Baladev has his own gopis, his own beloveds. Baladev has his own friends. He has his own dasas. Like Krishna. He's enjoying all these things. But still, he always keep the Abhiman. I am Krishna's das. Because Krishna dasa Abhiman Ananda Sindhu. Just to say, I am servant of Krishna, this gives so much happiness, so much bliss. What to speak of any jiva soul, even different incarnations feel. I am Krishna's servant. I am Krishna's das. So anyway, many pastimes are there. Some pastimes we heard today. So I want to speak some other pastimes that we've not discussed today. Baladev, he's the original guru, right? The first Vaishnav. So he's like Krishna's shadow. Saraswati Thakur said, Baladev is like Krishna's right hand serving himself. Like someone I use my hand to massage my leg or my arm. This is like the relation between Krishna and Balaram. Krishna manifests a second body for his own service. So, there was one demon sent by Kamsa. His name was Pralambasur. Lamba means very tall. Means Pralambasur have big desire. I will kill Guru. I will kill Baladev. I will become Guru. So Pralambasur took the form of a cowherd boy. And he joined the Leela. So Krishna and Baladev was on the other side. So some fighting was there, competition was there. So the rule was the losing side have to carry the winning side on their shoulders. So Pralambasur took the side against on Krishna's side against Baladev. Pralambasur thought Krishna and Balaram are if together they're very strong. But if I can separate Krishna and Balaram and kill Balaram, then it will be easy to finish Krishna. So Pralambasur lost. As a result, he had to carry Baladev on his shoulders. So he thought, I will take Baladev to a long distant place and finish him. So he began running away with Baladev on his shoulders. Then Baladev was thinking, why this boy is taking me so far away? What's his intention? So generally Krishna and Balaram, they're covered by Yogamaya. They just think, I'm the son of Nanda, I'm the son of Rohini. But still, Baladev is always omniscient. When necessary for pastime, he can also remember everything. So he meditated and could understand. This boy is not some coward boy, this is one demon. So Baladev made himself Baladev made himself very heavy. Guru means heavy. Not in the sense he eats too much, but Guru means heavy in the sense you cannot shift him from Krishna's service. We are like children, no? You give a child a toffee, he'll do anything to get the toffee. So generally, we will do anything. Anyone offer anything? In 1 second, we can give up, bhajan. Okay. But Guru is not like that. They are not swayed from the temptations of this world. Nothing can take them away Sudhamraj sometimes says, if Lord Brahma said to Didi, you just forget Krishna for half a second, I'll give you your own universe, I'll give you many, many universes. They will not agree. So their mind is that much fixed. So Baladev could understand this fellow is not devotee, only outside pretending like devotee. You know, many people become like that. Actually, especially after the disappearance of Gurudev. You know, one great Vaishnava, his name was Chirup Siddhanti Maharaj. He said, one can understand the intention with which one came to Gurudev only after the disappearance of Gurudev. That manifests. So those who came to Gurudev desiring women or money or position or something, what else is that? That will manifest after Gurudev disappears. And we have seen that now. So many people, to fulfill desires, become devotees. They think, oh, temple has so much nice prasad, AC room, nice cars. I won't have to work. I can just like suck off the temple like a leech. So many people have many desires. So to fulfill desire, they dress outside as devotee. But actually their inner intention is not to serve Gurudev, but to kill Gurudev, to finish Gurudev. Then when Gurudev is gone, I will be Gurudev. I will be the Acharya. So this desire is very rotten, very bad. Even the worst demons never thought I will become Ram. If you said to Ranikasipu or if you said to Ravan, do you want to become Ram? Do you want to become Bhagavan? They will never agree. So this type of demon is the worst. I will finish Gurudev. People will forget Gurudev. People will just remember me. I will take the position of Gurudev. This is all wicked mentality. And whenever we criticize a Vaishnava, this mentality manifests. Don't follow that person, you should follow me. That is the inner intention of Vaishnava aparat. So anyway, of course, all these feelings are very opposed to devotion. So Baladev became very heavy. Pralambasur took on his real form as a demon, and he tried to kill Baladev. But Baladev smashed him on the head with his fist. He became covered in so much blood, and he died. So it's said if someone has some big head injury, that means some Vaishnava aparat. If we get some injury to the head or to the feet, that means maybe we've done some Vaishnava aparat. So Pralambasur, he was killed by Baladev. Also Dhenukasur, famous fellow. Dhenukasur, actually Dhenu means cow. So he was in the form of a cow, actually, like some say cow, some say donkey, but Dhenu actually means cow. So it's somewhere like halfway between. Dhenu means, Dhenukasur represents foolishness. Because of all creatures, the donkey is the most stupid. Right? If you insult someone, what do you say? You are a donkey. That means very foolish, no intelligence. Especially donkey, they work so hard, carrying bricks, carrying dirt. But at the end of the day, what they get, just some dry grass and some sex happiness. So the materialist is very foolish. All day they work so many hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. And what they want, what they get as reward, Lolita, just some kick from the she-donkey and some grass. So the living entity really become foolish. And this foolishness is not finished by Krishna. Sometimes Gurudev would say, Krishna is busy enjoying Ras Leela. He's busy stealing butter. He's a very busy person in Golok. So who will hear our prayers? Who will purify us? That is Gurudev. So Baladev is the person, or Gurudev is the person who removes ignorance. Now we believe Baladev came in the form of Gurudev to remove our foolishness. So the boys, there was one tal fruit, tal forest. Manjari, have you seen the tal fruit?
Maybe I have, but I don't remember. In
If you had
Taliban.
seen, you would never forget. If you had seen a tal fruit, you would never forget. Especially you can mind, not that I've ever made it, but I've eaten plenty. This not samosa, pakora, which comes from tal fruit, is like nectar. So sweet. It's like a coconut, but soft shell. Soft and very sweet inside. So this forest was actually used to be owned by Indra. Indra would enjoy the fruits of this forest. But he was kicked out of this forest by Denakusura. So you could imagine how powerful he was. Even Indra and the other demigods could not kill him. So he was enjoying that forest, and he was reserving these fruits for Kamsa, his friend, his master. So this is very bad, because in Vrindavan, everything should be enjoyed by Krishna. But Denakusura was thinking, I am the Lord of Vrindavan. This Vrindavan is for my enjoyment. Like many times we live in the temple, but after some time we think, this temple is mine, this temple is for my enjoyment. This all prasad and devotees is for me, my glorification, my service. So this mentality can come unless we're very, very careful. So the boys smelled the fragrance of these tal fruits, and they said, "Oh Rama Rama Mahabaho, Ram Nivatan, Rama Dusta Nivatan." They said, "Oh Balaram, so you have very strong arms, but what's the use in your strong arms? You haven't done anything yet." They were joking with Baladev. In us, we are being attacked by one demon. You should help us. And Baladev said, "What demon? I cannot see any demon." "Yes," they said. "This is the demon of hunger. And he's attacking our stomachs. So please help us." Means, Baladev, you should arrange some breakfast for us. So Baladev went to this forest and began shaking the tal trees. Actually, Baladev, on his chariot, Krishna has a flag of Garuda, generally, but Baladev's chariot has a flag of this tal fruit, like a palm tree. So Baladev began shaking these trees and all these fruits. And I said already, tal is very soft. When these fruits hit the ground, they made a noise, tap, tap, tap. They split and very nice fragrance came, very sweet fragrance. So when Denikasur heard this sound, he became very angry and attacked Baladev. And he kicked Baladev on the chest with his hind legs. And donkey is very strong kick, very strong. Biting and kicking of donkey is very extreme. And urine passing of donkey. These are the three weapons of the donkey. So he kicked Baladev on the chest. With like if you throw a flower garland at an elephant, it has no impact. So Baladev took the beating of Denikasur, no problem. He grabbed Denikasur and threw him a great distance. Actually, I think Baladev threw him like 80,000 miles into the sky. Some number is there in this Gaga Samhita. 1 minute, please. Then Denikasur attacked. There was a big fight between Denikasur and Balaram. But finally Balaram spun him in a circle and killed him by centrifuge. Killed him by spinning around. And Baladev threw him in the tree. And Denikasur had many followers. You know, the foolish idiots, the fools of this world have no lack of followers. So all the children and relatives of Denikasur also attacked to Balaram, who finished them all. But unfortunately, all these fruits were covered in stool and urine, so Krishna and the boys could not take them. So most of the demons killed by Krishna indicates some anatta which we must make some endeavor to remove. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Most of the demons killed by Krishna, but the demons killed by Balaram indicate that we have to make some strong endeavor to become free from that anatta. So Denakasura represents the idea to dominate the Vaishnavas, to try to become the guru of the Vaishnavas, no? Pralambasur. Denakasura represents foolishness. Romaharshan Sut is another demon killed by Balaram. He also represents the same idea of pride. Balaram not took part in the Mahabharata war because here this is a war between two cousin brothers, the Purus, Pandav dynasty, and the Kurus. And Baladev was related to both. Baladev had disciples in both camps. Bhimsen was in the camp of the Pandavas, and Duryodhan was in the camp of the Kurus. So Baladev not took part in the war. Today Madhusudan Maharaj said, why? Because Guru always tries to reconcile everything. He tries to give reconciliation. So Baladev did not took part in the fight. Instead, Baladev went to all the holy places, Tirthayatra. But when Baladev came to Naimisyananya, that time thousands of rishis were there listening to the Puranas from one disciple of Vyasadeva. His name was Romaharshan. So when Baladev came, entered the arena, everyone stood up to respect Baladev. If a great person comes and we do not stand up to respect, this is one of the 6 Vaishnava aparats. Hanti, Dvesh, Chichanindatinya, Vaishnava, Abhinandana. Abhinandana means to welcome. So when a Vaishnava comes, if we do not welcome them, this is one aparat. Like there was one king named Indradumna. He was meditating and sitting. So when Augusta Rishi came into his ashram, Indradumna did not stand up and respect him. Why? Because he didn't know he was there, actually. So Augusta Rishi cursed him. You like to sit so much? Then I curse you. Next life, you have a 500-kilo backside. Elephant has huge backside. So next life, he became elephant. So in the same way, when Baladev entered the assembly, everyone stood up to respect him. Because who is Baladev? Bhagavan himself, the source of all Vedic knowledge. So everyone stood up to respect him. But Romaharshan was thinking, who is this Baladev? He is some coward boy. He is some Kshatriya. He is just some, who knows what he thought. But he not stood up to respect Baladev Guru. So Baladev, he is the original Guru. So he thought, who speaks Harikatha should only speak for the satisfaction and the happiness of Krishna. What is Harikatha? Harikatha is Seva. No? So Gogamaj would say, if you speak Harikatha, you should speak for the happiness of Krishna. If you listen to Harikatha, you should listen for the happiness of Krishna. But if you're speaking for your own happiness, or I will speak, Shamata will give me 100 rupees extra donation. This man is wealthy, he will give me something good. No. Or this lady is beautiful, maybe she will become my follower. No. We're speaking with some motivation. Oh, this is a politician, he has many followers, he can help me. If we're speaking with some ill motivation, this is not Krishna Kirtan, this is Maya Kirtan. So Baladev is the original Guru. In one sense, not in one sense, in a direct sense, he is the Guru even of Brahma, Shiva, the 4 Kumaras. All their Harikatha they get from Ananta Shesh. Ananta Shesh means Baladev Swarup. Even Shiva's guru is Anantashesh. So Baladev knew this person is not fit to speak Harikatha. This person is not fit to act as guru. Why this person is opposed to Bhagavan? So to save the world from false guru, Baladev killed him with a piece of grass. Baladev cut off his head with a piece of grass, which is impossible actually, but what Baladev wants, that will happen. So there was a small boy, his name, the son of Ramaharsh. So when Ramaharshan was killed, all the sadhus became sad. Why? Now we cannot hear Harikatha. So they became sad. So Baladev said, if you want, I can bring him to life again. They said, no. What do you want? We want to hear Katha. And also the sages had given Ramaharshan Sutta the benediction of having a very long life. Okay, Makeshwari, try and stay away. So Baladev Prabhu said, everyone says the son is the representative of the father. So I transfer the benediction of the long life from Ramaharshan Sutta to Sutta Goswami, the boy who was only 5 years old. Baladev blessed him. All the Shastras appeared in his heart. He became a great orator of Harikatha. So Sutta Goswami, he is the one that's this Bhagavatam spoken by Sutta Goswami. This is the same Sutta Goswami blessed by Baladev Prabhu. So these days, like Baladev's appearance, so important. If we can get the blessings of Baladev, then all doors become open. All obstacles are destroyed. So Baladev has, we're not talked about it today, but Baladev was the shadow of Krishna in Braj, in Mathura, and in Dwarka. So again and again, Balaram was requesting Krishna. Oh, Kanaya, the Brijbasis, they're only maintaining their life because you promised to return to see them. So why you are not going back? Why you are not returning? Again and again, Baladev asked. No? Sometimes Uddhav would come and Uddhav would give his message. No? Many ways Krishna was hearing. And Baladev was also putting pressure on him. Oh, Kanab, you go back to Vrindavan, you go back. But Krishna not went. So Baladev became angry. Before my brother's heart was softer than butter, now his heart is like stone. So Baladev has so much affection for the Brijbasis. He gave up Krishna's association in Dwarka and came to Vrindavan. There Baladev stayed for 2 months. 2 months Baladev stayed. The month of Chitra, and I cannot remember the other one. So when Balaram came back, all Brijbasis felt our life has returned. Everyone welcomed Baladev according to their rasa. The juniors bowed to Baladev, and Balaram blessed them. When the seniors came, Balaram bowed to them, and they blessed him. The friends embraced, shook hands. No? The gopis, especially some gopis who were too young for Krishna, Ras Leela, and who had developed affection for Baladev, no? By chanting the Sankarshan mantra. Those young gopis had also developed feelings of conjugal affection for Baladev. So in this way, Baladev, when everyone saw Baladev, Baladev is the potency of his existence. So Baladev protected everyone's life so they would not leave the body in separation from Baladev. So great happiness all Brijbasis felt, especially asking so many questions about what Krishna was doing, what Kanaya was doing. So Bhagavatam describes Krishna's gopis approached Baladev in a solitary place. And I asked, no need to ask, is Krishna happy? We heard he married 16,108 very qualified Rajkumaris. Rajkumari means princesses from a royal family. What need of Krishna have to remember us? After all, we're just gopis. What we know? Milking cows, collecting cow dung, making flower garlands. We cannot speak very poetically like the Krishna's queens in Dwarka. We are not educated. We are not from very high families. So no need to ask if Krishna remembers us. Definitely, he has forgotten us. But Baladev, we have one question. Krishna has forgotten us, but he lives very happily. And we try to forget Krishna, we cannot, and only we are suffering. So in this way, Krishna's gopis asked many, many questions to Baladev. Baladev could understand. They're speaking the stage of Divyan Mad, like divine madness. So Baladev smiled and not gave answer to them, because what he will speak? Only one medicine for separation of Krishna, for those gopis, that is Krishna himself. So Baladev knows everything. He remained silent, but he also performed Ras Leela there during these 2 months. Sometimes Guru Maharaj would speak in a mood that is not easy for us to understand. The other night we were talking about it with Didi. Gurudev would say, even in the heavenly planets, right, there is no restrictions between, mother and son and brother and sister, grandmother and all these things, because this is heavenly planets. So the morality of the earth planet not work even in the heavenly planets. Means what we consider improper or sinful, there is no such consideration in the heavenly planets. So Gurudev would speak, what to speak of Goloka Vrindavan? There is no such impropriety like we see in this world. So Guru Maharaj would say, if Baladev danced also Ras Leela with the gopis of Krishna, there is nothing wrong with this at all. And according to Tattva, we cannot disagree. So in this mood, Gurudev would speak how Baladev protected the lives of Krishna's gopis by performing Ras Leela. These gopis would close their eyes and remember Krishna. In this way, they would feel the direct embrace of Krishna personally. In this way, Baladev performed the service of protecting Krishna's gopis, as well as fulfilling the desire of his own gopis. So today we're not spoken about this, but after dancing for a long time with millions of gopis, that was the full moon night. That's in the month of April, when Krishna was performing his Basanti Ras. At the same time, Baladev was also performing his Ras Leela. So after dancing for so long time, then Baladev said, I'm thirsty. So immediately, the trees began producing honey wine. That is called Varuni. Baladev has 2 main wives, Varuni and Revati. Revati in Dwarka Leela, but Varuni is there in Raj Leela. Manjari, did you ever drink Varuni juice?
It's a very sweet juice that they make, but no, I don't think so.
Yes, in ISKCON they make honey wine.
They make like that, yes.
Yeah. But actually, we should not drink this, because Baladev can drink honey wine, but we cannot, because we are not Baladev. Maybe I shouldn't tell this, but when I was in Italy, it was Baladev's appearance. Then someone said, oh, I made Varuni juice. I thought, oh, I heard about Varuni juice, but I never drank. So I thought it was just honey and water, but actually it was honey wine. Anyway, I didn't become drunk because I just had a little bit, but I remember thinking, this thing, we should not imitate Baladev. This Baladev can do, we are not Baladev. So, I don't know why I told that story, but anyway, Varuni juice. So Baladev drank Mostly you see deities of Baladev, and everywhere in Braj he has a glass for drinking this wine. So Baladev's eyes were red. And he's also slurring his words like this, like ordinary person. Sometimes Krishna and the gopis also drink this wine. Krishna pretends to drink, but he tricks the gopis into drinking full glasses. This like one lila, like this. So Baladev was drunk, his eyes were red, and he was moving around like an intoxicated white elephant. Then he desired to take bath, like the king of elephants take bath with many, many lady elephants. So Baladev wanted to bath in the Kalindi, actually Yamuna, but we say Kalindi. But he thought the river is very far away. Why should I go so far? So he called the river, hey Kalindi, come here. Then Kalindi, she's one expansion of the Yamuna. And she is actually the wife of the ocean. So in this world, if you say to someone's wife, hey, come here, of course, if she's a high class woman, she will become, offended. She will not become happy. So when Baladev was calling, hey, Kalindi, come here, I want to take bath, then she was thinking, how is this possible? I'm the wife of the ocean. How another man can call me like this? Also, this Baladev is drunk. I mean, in this world, if you're on the train and you see some drunk guy coming down the train, what do you do, Manjari? Right? You avoid them like the plague. So in the same way, Kalindi was thinking this Baladev is drunk, his eyes are red. No, I don't want anything to do with him. So for many reasons, when Baladev called her again and again, she not came. So Baladev wanted to show his prowess. So he took his plow weapon, and pulled the Kalindi towards him. Then Baladev so powerful. No? So even today, the Kalindi goes like this. No? Straight right, but then it makes a huge bow shape like this, where Baladev pulled. If you come for Kartik, you can see that place, Ram Ghat, where Balaram pulled the Yamuna. So Kalindi became afraid seeing the power of Baladev. So she prayed to his lotus feet. She gave him some decoration, some presentation. She gave him blue cloth and one earring. So Baladev, very handsome, he looked in that Nilamba, this blue cloth. So this Baladev did so many pastimes here in Braj, so many pastimes in Dwarka. He killed Rukmini's brother. That's another pastime. But Baladev, for the non-devotee, he kills them. He is very fierce and angry to the non-devotee. But to the devotee, he is very merciful, very kind, and very sweet. So he is the Adar. He is the root of all Krishna Bhakti. He is the source of all Bhakti Ras. So, because he made us, therefore he knows what is our Sarup, what is our Seva. So we pray to Baladev, he will definitely give us his mercy and fulfill all desires. So it's quite late here. Oh my God. So let me finish now. I'll try and find a nice video of Julan today. Julan's so beautiful. Radha Lalit Madhav. So Sri Baladev Prabhu ki jai. Any questions from anyone? Any questions? Pundarik Prabhu has a question. Does Baladev also stay in Vrindavan as a Sodanandan Krishna? No. Even though they are one form, one Sarup, they take two bodies for Lila. Even though in Tattva you can say Krishna and Balaram is the same person, still. But according to Lila, they have two forms. Is that fair enough? In Tattva we can say the same person, but in Ras they're a little different. I can tell you one little story. in Vrindavan, this famous temple of Baladev called Dauji. Have you been there, Manorama? You remember? No, she can't remember anything. So there is very beautiful, huge form of Baladev. So one Muslim king called Aurangzeb, he destroyed the temple of Rupa Goswami. He killed millions of Hindus. So he wanted to destroy the temple of Baladev. Funny story. Well, this bit's funny, the other bit's funny. So he was marching towards Dauji, Baladev's temple. So he asked the locals on the way, hey, how far to Dauji? They said 10 kilometers. So he's walking. Evening came. How far to Dauji? 10 kilometers. Next day, walking. How far? 10 kilometers. So 6 days he marched, but he could not get closer than 10 kilometers to the Dauji temple. Then he just did pranam and gave up. So Dauji is very famous. He will always protect us. So especially we are lucky we have Krishna Balaram in our temple. So every year on this day, after going to Radha Damodar, Gurudev would always come for darshan of Baladev in our temple of Krishna Balaram. And when we bought Krishna Balaram, I remember Gurudev and Trivikramaraj the Abhishek of that Krishna Balaram deity. So Balaram there is very famous, very powerful. Didi says this Balaram is special. And what does he do? He always keeps all bad people out of our temple. Didi told me that years ago, I remember. Baladev keeps all nonsense people out of Krishna Balaram. So we pray to Balaram, even though we are nonsense, still he can be kind and let us slip through the net, slip through the mosquito screen and get to stay there. Okay, so Krishna Balaram ki jai. Come on, Shamalada. Sri Balaram Prabhu ki jai. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Thank you very much. Haribol. Good night.